Well, hello, guys. Let me wait for people to get in here. I'm sorry I'm torty. I told y'all I'm back in the streets, okay? My therapist has released me. So I am out here enjoying myself. But let's talk about this. Let me see how many people are going to get in here, and then we can get started. I took notes so we can stay on task. Okay. Let me pull up these receipts because I need to pull up these receipts so we can get down to business. I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at the thumbnail like, what's going on? Well, Yandy and Mendecees has gone viral. Now, if you don't know who Yandy and Mendecees is, I can't stand his name. I'm sorry. I think it's ghetto, but the way they spell it, it's just long and just unnecessary. So anyway, they recently went viral, but they're a couple that was on Love and Hip Hop New York, and they were on that show for a few years. And he went to jail, did jail time, came back, and now he's back on the show. Well, he recently went viral, basically. And you know what? Let's just get into this. Let me just go ahead and play the video for you guys. So he went viral. Let's play this clip, and then I'm going to give you guys a bit of a backstory about their history as far as what we saw play out on reality TV. So we know about their business, even though we're not supposed to know about their business, but we know about their business because they put it out here on the internet and on TV. So, but then when you date a man, Yandy is dating a man where you could just pull up his information on Google with a criminal record search. So it ain't nothing with that, because she out here dating a man that I don't get it, but that's nor here nor there. Let's get into this. Oh wait, is that share the right one? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sharing my I'm sharing the wrong screen. The reason why we had to reschedule this live was because I had to go to happy hour, okay? Okay. They're not legally married. I mean, they're not legally married, but okay.
If the shoes was on the other foot, I don't know what I will be able to do.
And that's a problem. So, Mendecees.
Let me see if I can start this over. Why does he keep muting it? I don't understand. Why does he keep doing that? Instagram, like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna start downloading these videos off the internet. There we go. Now let me pull it back up here. Okay. Why does he keep doing that? Oh my goodness. Yeah, like it's still not playing. Give me a sec, y'all. I don't understand why it's not allowing me to hit the play button. Yeah. Let's refresh. Let's do this again. You know what? Am I not doing something right? Y'all, just give me a sec. Let me remove this. Am I not doing something right? Like, what is going on? Let me try to put this in its own.
People have said to me, you.
Okay, I got it. Okay, let's try this again. Are my mods in here? People don't know they had a fake wedding? Come on, y'all late to the party. What is going on? Okay. Why is there always something wrong with my lives every time? I can't even see y'all's comments. There we go. Okay, let's do this again. Always something janky going on or crazy going on. Now, y'all know this man did jail time. He did 4 years in federal prison for drug trafficking, for poisoning the Black community. And we're going to call a spade a spade. Let's call it a spade. For poisoning the Black community. Okay, now it don't want to work.
If the shoes was on the other foot, I don't know what I will be able to do.
And that's a problem. So, Mendecees finally admitted that he doesn't know if he would have stayed if the roles were reversed, and that's so hurtful because people have said to me, "You doing all this? Would he do that for you?" And I've always combated with, "Yeah, he would. We love each other." But to hear him sit here in my face and be like, "I don't know."
Listen, I'm telling you the truth.
Like, that's so unfair.
Now, y'all heard that man. He said, towards the end there, he said, "I'm telling you the truth." Now he backtracking on social media. Let me go ahead and pull that up for you guys so you guys can see how he quickly backtracked his statement. But now it's just because he's facing heat. So he said, "Good afternoon, Instagram. FYI, I never said I wouldn't have held Yandy down. I felt like I didn't want to say what everyone wanted me to say because it sounds good." Is he serious? Like, this is why you don't let public in your marital business. You just don't allow the public in your marital business. He was being truthful when he said what he said on the show. He said, "I'm just telling you the truth." But now he's saying he just didn't want to fall into the traps of, I guess, what everyone wanted him to say. Scandalous. And then he said, "What I meant was you don't know what you'll do until you are in the situation and they become your circumstances." I'm assuming that's what he meant. "And you figure it out. I believe actions speak louder than words, and love conquers all. If anybody knows me, they know I love my family." Okay. Are y'all believing that? Are y'all buying that? Let me also give you a little bit of a backstory about Mendecees. Okay, this is what I don't understand. Why do we see successful Black women in relationships and marriages like this? Why? Why do we see Black women that are scholars, college graduates, bosses, entrepreneurs, business women, like She's feminine. She's soft. I mean, I don't get it. She takes on all of these hats. You know, she's a great mom. She also took in, I don't know if it was her niece or god daughter or someone she adopted recently. I don't understand. I have to hold us accountable because at the end of the day, Mendecees gonna do what he gonna do. But Yandy, sis, why? Why? And the reason why I'm asking this is because this man was facing molestation charges from a 15-year-old girl, which was his, at the time, girlfriend, and it was her 15-year-old daughter. Let's start with that. For whatever reason, he was acquitted, but when I look up that story, it's too detailed for me for it not to be believable. I felt like it really just came down to him winning that case because he had better lawyers, he had money. That's just my opinion, but it is alleged that he molested this 15-year-old girl, but he got off. And then another thing the reason why I'm asking Black women this question is because he also has a total of 3 baby mamas because Yandy is not married to this man. So he had Samantha, which was the girl that was on the show, the baby mama that was on the show, and that was his oldest son. But y'all don't remember the second baby mama. Remember when he had that break baby on Yandy? Yeah, he had a break baby. Y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that? Okay. and then, so he had a baby before Yandy. Then he had a break baby. Then his other 2 with Yandy came after that. He has a total of 4 children. Why, Yandy? Why? Then he went to jail for 4 years for drug trafficking charges in 2015. Yes, he had a break. Y'all don't remember the break baby? I can't play the clip because if I play the clip, I'm going to get copyrighted. But y'all got to, yes, there was a break baby. He has 3 sons, 1 daughter. And he has a total of 3 baby mamas because Yandy is not legally married to this man. They had a fake wedding for TV. And then also, okay, that's not all. Okay, that's not, I wish that was it. Yandy done been through a lot with this man. She done been through a lot. She was at his trial when he was accused of molesting this 15-year-old girl. Okay. She stayed with Mendecees when he had that break baby, and he was dealing with his baby mama drama from the first baby mama that he had. Then that wasn't his only legal trouble. He ended up having more legal trouble because he went to jail for 4 years for drug trafficking charges in 2015, where he had to do federal jail time. So, and then not only that, do y'all remember when Yandy was protesting outside the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York? Anybody on here remember that? Oh, let me play the clip. Let me go ahead and play that next. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember when she was in Brooklyn protesting outside of the federal jail? Okay, this is why she crying them tears. But in my opinion, I'm like, sis, you signed up for this. This is what you signed up for. Because at any point in time, she could have left, but she stayed. So I don't really feel bad for her. And the reason why I don't feel bad for her is because, again, she has free will. She can leave, but she chooses not to. But let me show y'all this video. This is why she's crying them tears. It's not even funny. I mean, she was playing Sister Soldier. She was playing Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier. She was out here in these streets being an activist warrior. Let's see her in action.
If your toilets are working, beg. Silence. Silence. If you had your visit this weekend, beg. One person had a visit. How many of them in there? Because he's begging. He stopped. If you received the warmers that were sent, beg. Silence. It's too quiet. That is unacceptable. It's a problem. Now let me ask the question in reverse. If you have not received the blankets sent, beg. You see that? Unacceptable. Come on, see our family. I need to go see my family. See your family. Let's go. You're not stepping out. Why they don't have no? Torture! 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 We're not stepping out. Torture! Everybody record violence. Please. 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 We're leaving. Sprayed and thrown on the floor. But just asking for fair human rights for these people. Roll it off. My eyes on fire. Come on, I couldn't breathe. Do it. Just do what I say. Y'all know I'm not violent. I did not do anything wrong. I just asked, why don't they have heat? I got pepper sprayed. And I got thrown on the floor. I'm sorry, I'm doing this while her eyes are burning. Y'all saw it happen. Y'all saw us just asking. And this is what happens when you just ask for basic questions. My eyes are on fire right now. So this is the pepper spray. They threw it on the floor when they kicked me out. And this is what they sprayed. She was on the floor too. She's bleeding. Do you have any burning at all on your face? Hello?
Well. I try not to laugh through that, but I'm sorry, but if I'm being completely honest, that was a mess. Like all of that, she did all of that for a man that said, I don't know. It's not funny, but it's just like, that's messed up. You know, like it's not funny, but it's funny because it's just like, oh my gosh, she really did all of that thinking she was winning some type of prize. Listen, the reason why Yandy was there protesting was because it was reported that inmates at the federal jail went days without power or heat. So she was there protesting, and this was all over social media. It was like a really big thing. I don't even remember when this originally happened, but she was out there putting her life on the line for this man, and he's sitting up there talking about some. You know what? Let's just go ahead and play it again. What did he say again? Because it ain't making no sense. She did all of that. And I don't know when Black women gonna learn. Stop putting yourself in these manly roles, and then you dealing with stuff like being pepper sprayed. Why? Why do that to yourself? And then this man stood up here and said, I wouldn't do the same for you, basically. Then he want to backtrack. Let's see what he's. What did he say again? Let's pull it on up. I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he stood up there and said that to that woman. Wait, not Batman contact.
Hold me down.
If the shoes was on the other foot, I don't know what I will be able to do.
And that's a problem. So, Mendecees finally admitted that he doesn't know if he would have stayed if the roles were reversed, and that's so hurtful because people have said to me, "You're doing all this, would he do that for you?" And I've always combated with, "Yeah, he would. We love each other." But to hear him sit here in my face and be like, "I don't know."
Listen, I'm telling you the truth.
Like, that's so unfair. If the roles were reversed.
So if Mendecees was watching this, I just want to know, were you telling the truth then, or are you telling the truth now with your recent statement that you put out here for Instagram because you was catching heat? No, you were telling truth originally. You were telling the truth when it was uncensored and it was unfiltered. You were telling the truth. You basically said you would not. And this is the thing. Black women, you got to understand, sacrifice does not determine your worth with a man. Sacrifice does not, it's not symbolic of love. It's really not. It's really not. We have been conditioned to believe that sacrifice and struggle love is, it amounts to our worth, our value, love, being accepted by people. We feel like we got to go through hell and high waters, but then we get upset when it's not reciprocated. And the reason why it's not reciprocated because people are looking at you like, who in their right mind would do that to begin with? Who in their right mind would self-sabotage and sacrifice themselves for someone else's happiness? It don't make sense. So Yandy over here, and I don't know about you guys, but even when I watched the show back then, I always felt like Yandy was so head over heels for Mendecees, whatever his name is, more than he was head over heels for her. Like, I always got that energy from their relationship. I never felt like he was so deeply in love. I didn't get that. I didn't get that he truly valued her. I always felt like she was the woman that was just there. She was the woman that was willing to go through all of these ups and downs with him. She was the ride or die chick. And so now when it comes down to it, the hard truth, which is why I put this as the thumbnail, he wouldn't do the same in return for her because he doesn't really value her the same way that she values him. So I think Black women and just women in general, I feel like we need to understand that just because our love language is to sacrifice, don't expect for a man's love language to be sacrifice. Their love language can be completely different. This is why you should ask men, what is their love language? How do they want to be loved? Yandy made the automatic assumption that, he wants to be loved through sacrifice. But that's not true. That's something that type of love that she is demonstrating was something that was taught to her. It wasn't something that he asked for. So she can't really be mad at him. She can't really be mad at him if I'm being completely honest. She can't really be mad at him for real. She can't. She could be bitter. She could be regretful. She could be resentful, but she can't really be mad at him because he didn't ask her to do any of that. How much you want to bet? He did not ask her to do any of that. She just did it. And she felt like she automatically made the assumption that he would do it in return. And now that he's being truthful about how he wouldn't do that, now she's upset. But when you think about it, this is what I want. If Yandy was on here watching this, I would ask her, what has he done for you? Because we have seen what you've done for him, but what has he truly done for you? I never saw that on the show. I saw Yandy tolerate and tolerate and tolerate. That's what I saw. I never saw him really do anything for her. I never really saw him go out of his way for her, show her unconditional love of any kind. Like I don't know. Like I don't get it. I never saw him really like go out of his way for her at all. Yandy is definitely a masculina, and you know, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And you know, at the end of the day, I feel like it just comes down to not knowing any better. And I don't fault her for that. I don't. This is her learning experience. Like, there are women that are older than us. We are the millennials. We are grateful, especially the ones that are on the younger end of the spectrum. When we speak on millennials, we have a chance to make a difference among us as women versus someone like Yandy. She didn't have this information before. So Yandy, she got to look in the mirror. She can't really be mad at nobody but herself, because she could have walked. There were so many red flags. She could have walked, and she decided not to. I'm 29, you guys. Okay, thank you for the $5. She was smart enough not to legally marry him, as it would affect her money. She told his BMs to play their position. She really can't, because he was honest. Exactly. But see, Yandy thought that, let me tell you something, having a man is not a prize. And that's the mentality that Yandy has. She has that desperate woman mentality where she feels like just having a man is a prize. It don't matter if he's a good man, if he has integrity. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's a man of value. None of that matters for Yandy. She just wanted the man. She wanted the degree. She wanted this image this fantasy that she had in her head, but in reality, she got dust, literally. And now it's kicking up in her face. She can't see. It's making her eyes water. It's making her emotional now. And so now she's in this fake marriage with this man. She done wasted 4 years of her life. And then Yandy is a beautiful woman. Even with 2 kids, she could have met somebody new. But she wanted to hold this man down for whatever reason. And now she's getting the hardcore truth. And I know it doesn't sit right with her, because she could fall sick and this man could be like, well, I'm not going to stay and be there for you, even though you were there for me when I did 4 years. He's not obligated. So Yandy cannot be mad at anyone but herself. She cannot be mad at no one but herself. And that's just the hardcore truth. She cannot be mad at anyone but herself. And I'm sorry, but I feel bad, but not really. I feel bad, but not really. And the reason why I say that is because, I mean, let me pull up the list. Okay, the reason why I don't really is because he was facing molestation charges, went on trial for that. He had 2 baby mamas. He put you through hell with the drama that he had with his first baby mama. Then, okay, he had a baby on you with over a break where y'all were broken up for like what? I don't know. It wasn't even a few months, y'all. It's like a few weeks maybe. And he had a break baby on her. Then he went to jail for 4 years for drug trafficking charges. And now we're sitting here today and I'm supposed to give her some type of sympathy. No, I can't. Like, I don't even know where to pull it from, because if I'm being completely honest, if this man was facing molestation charges, and if you guys go and look up this story and do your research, I don't think that girl is lying. I don't think that she's lying. She's too descriptive. And with me facing me personally dealing with sexual assault, the number one thing a predator will do is make you feel comfortable, which is what he did. He will isolate you, which is what he did. He will also bring up your trauma, and he will use that against you to manipulate you to do what he wants you to do, to fall for his trap, which he met all of those things when you read that girl's story. So for me personally, I think he was guilty, but I think he got off because he had good lawyers. So no, like the situation that I read up on was the girl, okay, before her mom was dating Mendecees, this girl was molested at 8 years old. She was molested at 8 years old, right? So this is not her first time. She was molested twice in her lifetime. I know plenty of Black women like this that are walking around with this trauma. So she was molested at 8 with some other man that her mom was dating or family member or whatever. They really didn't go into detail about who molested her at 8 years old. But what she was saying was her mom told Mendecees about that situation. So he knew that she had been messed with already prior to that. Then, okay, he used that against her by saying, oh, yeah, your mom told me that you were molested at 8 years old, da, da, da. And he used it he said it in a way to manipulate her to be comfortable with the idea that what they were doing wasn't bad, or it wasn't uncommon, or it wasn't so unnatural. Like, he used that against her in order for her to go along with it. So the story is just too real for me to think that it was fake or made up. So, and then ladies, if you are a single mother, please don't be out here just trusting anybody around your kids. And I have to say kids because little boys are molested as well. It's not just little girls. So if you're going to have men around your kids, you need to vet them properly, thoroughly. And that takes time. That's why I'm still trying to understand LaToya forever. I would never have no man around my kid that I haven't known a year or so. That's just me. Because my dating life and my kids, they're separate. They're separate. You got after hours and then you got mommy time. And my kids don't need to be a part of after hours activities. That's just me. So being around men is just not something that I would be okay with. It's my job to protect my children. That's just me. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with having random men around your kids. I don't. Cat Eye Demi said, Yandy seems desperate. Physically, he's attractive, but he's a dusty in designer clothing. Ooh, the dust, girl. I see men like that every day. Dust in designer clothing. Yes. All the time, every day. That's why people automatically think money means value. No, a man with money does not mean value. It does not. The best thing for her is to leave. Thank you. No, I don't have any kids, but I'm saying if I did, I would not have random men around my kids. I hear too many stories about girls getting molested. Thank you, Prince David. Thank you for the $5. Hold on. I missed somebody else. Let me put you on the screen real quick so you can get some showtime. But yeah, there's plenty of men out here with nice cars, nice homes, nice everything. No, okay. So with that case, he was acquitted back in like 2015. So he was never convicted. He was acquitted. So no. But still, like, if Yandy was reading, I don't know, but she's so desperate for a man and she's so desperate to look a certain way, clearly because she had a fake wedding on national television. It's just, she's desperate. Like, she's desperate for that image. She's desperate for she's one of the women that are desperate for the white picket fence, the house, the little dog, and the man. Like, that's what she wants. So she'll do whatever she needs to do in order to get that. But in 2015, he was acquitted. So we can only go off of what the courts are saying. Somehow he was found innocent. I'm not sure how. Let me answer this question. He said, what is a dusty? A dusty is anyone. It could be a man or a woman. It's a person with no integrity and lacks purpose in life. That's what a dusty is. So it could be female, male. It could be white, black, Mexican, anybody, mom, dad, like it could be anybody. A dusty is just simply that, a dusty, someone with poor characteristic traits. Okay. But so many people like to come on my platform and make assumptions that it's just black men. No, there are dusty women out here too. Okay. Hopefully you're not getting caught up. Or dust balls. Hopefully you're not getting caught in your throats. Oh, so next, I wanted to play this TikTok video because it just basically shows that men know how to be men. And I also noticed that in the game upload that I recently made, men know how to be men. They know how to be men. But see, the thing with men today, okay, they choose not to because they know that they will still get everything that they want. They will get love, shelter. They will be nurtured. They will be supported. Some of them will even have a place to stay, sleep, a home cooked meal, and bills will get paid. But they know that there will always be a woman there that will be willing to be by their side. So they don't feel like they need to actually be men. They don't feel like they really have to step up to the plate and be men, because there's always going to be some desperate woman like Yandy out here that's willing to put up a deal with whatever. So I wanted to play this TikTok video. And I want you to listen to what this man is saying. You won't be triggered. You'll probably be jumping up and down for joy, because I was. Let me refresh this. Why does it always do that? Why does it do that? I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna start putting these videos on my computer, because it's just like trying to get it to play on.
Who are sexually independent, financially independent, and all these other things, is that they can't control them. And because you can't control women, you have to actually be of use to them. Like, they have to value you. You have to bring value to their life. And a lot of men can't do that for women. So instead of being mad at women, be mad at yourself, because you just suck. I don't suck. You probably suck. Are modern women really the issue? Or is it the fact that you can't provide for a woman who can provide for herself? Like, you have literally nothing to offer other than dick and disappointment. Because that's what it seems like to me. The reason a lot of men are in their bag about women, and modern women who are sexually independent, financially independent, and all these other things, is that they can't control them. And because you can't control women, you have to actually be of use to them. Like, they have to value you. You have to bring value to their life. And a lot of men can't do that for women. So instead of being mad at women, be mad at yourself, because you just suck. I don't suck. You probably suck. Are modern women really the issue? Or is it the fact that you
play that one more time, one more again
for herself? Like, you have literally nothing to offer other than dick and disappointment. Because that's what it seems like to me. The reason a lot of men are in their bag about women, and modern women who are sexually independent, financially independent, and all these other things, is that they can't control them. And because you can't control women, you have to actually be of use to them. Like, they have to value you. You have to bring value to their life. And a lot of men can't do that for women. So instead of being mad at women, be mad at yourself, because you just suck. I don't suck. You probably suck. Are modern
And there's some man in the comment section calling him a simp. Of course, anything that correlates with anything that represents healthiness, boundaries, standards, right? Of men, accountability, it's simping. Of course. Of course. Of course. Anytime you're going to call him a simp. But you know what? Just like I like nerds, I like simps too. I like simps too. So we gonna make simps sexy. We gonna make simps pop. That's what we gonna do. Because we have the power to do that. Y'all want to get in between our legs. It ain't the other way around. Y'all easy too. Y'all too easy. You actually gotta work to get in between our legs. A woman of value. Yeah, you actually have to put in some work. It's not gonna come easy for you. So, because that is how it's set up, right? That's how it's set up. We're going to make simps pop. We're going to make simps sexy. Simps are going to be the new thing, the trend. Since y'all think everybody, every man out here that speaks some real is a simp. That's crazy to me. So we gonna make simps pop. This is Tosh. Just how you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You can't turn a thug into a husband. Thugs are only good for sex, and that's it. Well, y'all need to let Yandy know, because she done overstayed her little, I don't know, fling that she had. I don't know why she's still with this man. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. She's a beautiful woman. Gorgeous. Fangs, thank you for the $20. Thank you. And thank you for the $4.99. I'm not sure who that was. Oh, Tosh. C Square. Let me see. Oh, Lord. Now I'm mad because some of the best kitty is equipped to a lot of dysfunctional, entitled, misled females that's delusional. Well, you got to pick and choose your battles, sir. What's more important to you? Peace or dealing with women that are going to give you a headache? It's up to you. I choose to deal with men that don't give me a headache. I choose to deal with men that don't stress me out. I choose to deal with men that offer me peace, not a headache. We all have our choices. That's why what this man is saying in this TikTok video, it applies both ways. Like, it's not just one-sided. A healthy relationship, a healthy dating life is when it's balanced. It's never one-sided. It's when it's balanced. So what he's saying to us can be said in reverse, always. And that's basically with anything that pertains to self-love, self-confidence, self-awareness. It is what it is. So the man that's calling him a simp, it applies to you too, sir, in your personal life, reversed. Be around women of value, be around men of value. It's simple. And by being around these people of value, right, depending on if you're a man or a woman, or if you're a man that's into men, or if you're a woman that's into women, or if you're trans or whatever, the whole reasoning behind linking with people of value is because it's healthy and it creates a healthy community. That's what it's about. Thank you, Smiley Adventures. She said, thank you, gorgeous, for your work and dedication. Love, love, love your perspective and platform. We appreciate your consistency. It's so needed. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you for the $9.99. So yeah, that's the point of this. Like, if I just can't believe this man tried to backtrack his statement, though. I'm just, wow. Let me see. Prince said this. I don't think he's a simp. I also don't believe in divorce. Well, I believe in divorce, okay, because I've seen trauma bond marriages, so I definitely believe in divorce. But I also believe that you should make very, very thought out decisions prior to marriage. I feel like there are so many steps that lead up to marriage that you need to be sure about. There's so many decisions that you make before marriage that you need to take your time with on making before you take that step. That's what I believe. I believe in divorce, but I don't believe that all relationships should come to that if, and this won't be in all cases, this will not be in all cases, because sometimes people change, sometimes people switch up on you, and sometimes people lose it. So who you married isn't who, you know, you may be married to 5 years after you get married. So every situation is going to be different. But I feel like if people prioritize really getting to know a person and not rushing into things, divorce would not be needed. But I still believe in divorce because I've seen too many trauma bond marriages. I'm sorry, like it's ruined it for me. Jazzy 499. I got my first job and I'm making $14 an hour. I can't wait to save up, go to college, get a good career, and a good man. Much love. That is so sweet. Thank you for the $4.99. Girl, don't be using your $14 an hour on me. That is so sweet. Comment down below how old you are. I'm interested in knowing that. Listen, the youth gonna be, these young girls, they gonna be ready. They're gonna be ready. They're gonna be ready. They're gonna be ready in the way that I should have been. Okay, I'm gonna move on to, so I wanted to play that TikTok video. And then also you guys kept sending me this, you guys sent me this Steve Harvey clip. So I'm about to play that real quick. And I'm mainly playing this for the younger women, and I'm going to get into why. I feel like the older women that are on here, or the more mature women that are on here, I feel like you guys are a little more hip to the game. But I need the younger girls that are about to go to college. I need them to become aware of how men think. Now, are all men like this? No. Will there be exceptions to this? Of course. There will always be exceptions because life is just, that's what it is. It will throw you some curveballs and you'll be like, oh, this actually works for me. Or, oh, no, this don't work for me. So every situation is going to be different. But the meat and potatoes of what Steve Harvey is saying, it has some truth to it. Oh my God. I knew I shouldn't have done that. Why is it doing that? Do I have to play it in order to unmute it? Like, what's T? Let's try this again. Remind me to download these videos because this is so annoying. Oh my God. Why isn't that, like, am I not doing something right, y'all? Like, let me know. Am I not doing something? I'm clicking on the icon. Why is it doing? Let me try to refresh again. Let's try this again. Oh my gosh. I don't know why it will not let me unmute it. Wait, somebody said hit the space bar. Oh, did I try space bar? Let's try that again. Oh my God. See that, and then this one. Nope, it won't work. I'm about to just play it on my phone and call it a day. Let me just play it on my phone and call it a day because I don't have time. I do not have time. This live wasn't even supposed to be that long. But I am gonna, we just gonna play it together here.
Well, my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this right there. Okay, I'll tell you that. Let's get rid of this right there. That you're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the arm, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in there crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys. 99.9% of us think that. Well, my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay, let's get rid of this right there. Okay, I'll tell you that. Let's get rid of this right there. That you're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have. We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the arm, and trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in there crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys. 99.9% of us think that.
Well, that's one man's opinion. Travis, he's thank you for the $5, but he said Steve Harvey can make you laugh, but he was Derrick Jackson before Derrick Jackson. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, who was on my Instagram live the other night when my male friend was over here? Who was on here? Or who was on there? Where y'all at? Anybody on here from that night? Any of y'all follow me on Instagram? I'm just interested to see who. No? Well, I'm going to just get into it then. That's the vibe that I get from my male friend. It's something that I'm aware of. It's something that I know about. But I have my standards and I'm not lowering them. I don't feel like I'm asking for too much. So because he does not meet my standards, and it really doesn't even seem like he's trying to, if I'm being completely honest, he's just a friend. I do not see him in that way. And I tell you guys this all the time, put men in categories because not all men should be seen the same and not all men should get certain privileges. So I'm aware that he's into me in that way, but I'm not. So it is what it is. Thank you, Nyla. So sweet. Thank you for the $25. Thank you. That's so sweet. So I mean, I'm aware, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I don't want young women to be naive. Like, don't be naive. If your male friend, if he tried to come at you in a way that was more, I don't know, maybe he was trying to get at you and you turned him down, maybe you friend zoned him because you rejected him or whatever like that, and he just stays around. He's waiting on that moment. He's waiting on that slip up. He's waiting on that one opportunity to slide in where he can get in. And sometimes it's just sex, sometimes it's more. It just really depends. But not all men should be able to have a chance with you, and that's just the reality. Unless they level up and meet your standards. Some men have the abilities to level up and meet your standards, and then some don't. Thank you, Tosh. Thank you so much. I know my worth because of you. Well, good. That is great. That is amazing. I love that. I love that so much. But yeah, not every man is your husband. And I know that's what we were taught. I know I was taught that. All the women in my family got married young, had kids young. They married the first man that came swinging their way with their penis out, if I'm being completely honest. That includes the men in my family. It is what it is. But yeah, they married the first thing that came coming. And I'm just like out here taking my time. I mean, I be having Dusties in my comment section making it seem like I'm lonely and I can't get no man. I told y'all, it's easy to get a man. Just like a stray cat, put some food outside your door, okay? And that cat gonna keep coming back. So I'm taking my time. I'm taking my sweet time, if I'm being completely honest, because I really don't see that many men out here being husband material nowadays or father material nowadays. So I just kind of I see what's out here. It ain't much. And I go on dates. I get free meals, free drinks, free everything. The streets is fun. I don't know why people try to make it seem like the streets are not fun. The streets are fun. I had a fun time tonight. I had a fun time tonight at happy hour before I came here. So before I came on here. So I'm just like, what is the rush? And then I got Dusties in my comment section talking about why you not married? Why don't you have kids? Because the streets are nice. Everything's free. First, you don't have to pay for anything. Men are trying to woo you. Men are trying to impress you. Why would I rush down the aisle to a man that's either a Dusty, that is not meeting my standards, that is not father or husband material, that's not a leader? Why would I rush down the aisle for that? That don't make sense. Just to say I'm married, just so I could come on YouTube and be like, yeah, I'm finally married. I have kids. Finally, even though he's Dusty, even though he's a deadbeat daddy, but I got a man and I got kids. That ain't me. It's lit over here. I'm taking my time. Okay? I am taking my time. Ken Clark. Women need to show dudes no mercy. Thank you. Okay? You be called a simp for that. Oh no, that's Mo99. Oh, that's cute. That's kind of cute. I like that. I was with my best guy friend when he met his wife, and I was recently his groom woman. When I talk to him, I talk to her. It's a way to move with your guy friends. Right. That's what I'm saying. Every situation is going to be different, though. Okay. Every situation is going to be different. I think men and women can be friends. I do think that. But there are certain boundaries that need to be followed. Like you mentioned. She says, when I talk to my male friend, I'm talking to his wife too. So I think it can be done. But basically what Steve Harvey is saying is that he doesn't have any discipline, no self-control. If he sees an attractive woman, he automatically wants to cheat. So he doesn't put himself in that position, which in a way I can kind of respect. But it's like, you don't have self-discipline enough to where you see an attractive woman and you just see her and you leave her alone. I mean, that's what I'm getting from this. Thank you, Olivia. That's what I'm getting. So I don't know. It's just a mess. I don't get it. But y'all need to be out here taking your time. To the young women on here, stop listening to these Dusties about rushing into marriage and kids. Enjoy your youth, because our mothers did not get that opportunity. Our mothers didn't. Our grandmothers didn't. No woman in my family can say they moved out of state by themselves. No woman in my family can say they have their own place. No woman in my family can say they own their own business at my age. None. Not in my family. So do something different. Like change your bloodline, change your lineage within your family, break some generational curses, go to therapy, do something different. Like don't follow in the footsteps of the women before you. Go the other route. Go the other route. And if you really sit down and you talk to some of these women and they're being honest and truthful, they'll tell you, I wish I would have waited, or I wish I would have done things differently. And you should sit there and ask them, well, what did you wish you would have done differently? What do you feel like you missed out on? I'm doing everything that every woman in my family told me they wish they would have done. I'm doing exactly what they said they wish they would have done. And it didn't involve marriage. It didn't involve having kids young. It just didn't involve those things. So it is what it is. Oh, wait. Like, this is not the olden days where you need to be married by 21. That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. Wait, he said, isn't it weird continuing a friendship with, wait, hold on. A friendship with someone knowing that they are into you, like waiting and plotting on you? Curious to hear a woman's perspective. No. No, it's not weird. It's life. And the way I carry myself, he automatically knows that he needs to meet me at the level that I'm at. He automatically knows that. I'm not about to get rid of someone just because they're not on my level. I could still be friends with you. I just won't take you. I won't take you seriously. Not until you meet me on my level. It's just that simple. It's that simple. It's just that simple. And like I was saying, not every man should be treated the same. So the men that I do take serious, the men that I consider prospects, the men that I actually I respond to their texts, their calls, and their FaceTimes are men that are on my level. And I don't feel bad for it. The reason why I don't feel bad is because I worked to get to the level that I'm on. I didn't just get on this level and woke up on this level. I worked to get to this level. So if he can't put in the work to meet me on my level, why would I entertain somebody like that? That doesn't even make sense. If I can put in the work, he should be able to put in the work to match me. I match energy. You have to match energy. If you do not match energy, you will be dealing with energy vampires who will suck you for everything that you have, like Yandy got suckered. She got suckered. Let's call it what it is. She got suckered for everything that she has, sacrificed everything, and got left with nothing. That's why you have to meet people, men, on your level. If you don't, you're going to get suckered every time. Energy vampires are a real thing. I'm speaking from a spiritual standpoint now, but energy vampires are a real thing. Meet people on your level. Stop meeting men below your level. This goes for men or for women too. Y'all like to deal with women that don't have no purpose, no integrity, no value, no good characteristics. But then y'all want to come on YouTube and complain about them all day, every day. Now listen, I understand it because I do the same thing. I understand it. I understand it because we do the same thing, right? You're sharing your experiences. I know there are women out here that ain't shit. I'm very aware of that. I have brothers. I listen to their dating stories and they listen to mine. So it is what it is. There are plenty of women that out here that are not on their stuff. I know women. My brother was dating a girl that was waking up at 2:00 in the afternoon. I said, she don't got no job. She don't got no, what's she doing? I really had to ask. I'm like, she don't work. She don't got no bills. She only 2 years younger than me. What's she doing? So I'm very aware. There are not that many women out here that are doing what I'm doing. My brothers tell me that all the time. And I understand that it's so funny because I have brothers that date dusty women, right? And then I was out here dating dusty men until I leveled up. And so I'm telling my brother, I'm like, listen, you level up, you won't keep attracting those low vibrational women. And it goes both ways. It's not just one-sided. So I'm like, you sleep until 2, just lounging all day. I'm like, dang, I want to lounge. I'm going to the gym. I come back, they still there lounging. I'm like, this is crazy. That's crazy. I saw a lot. When I lived with my brothers for, I think it was like, 3 years? I saw a lot. I saw women coming and going. I saw women doing a lot. And I won't speak on what they were doing, but it was just like, it made me realize there are women out here that are not like me. So they're comfortable with certain things. They're very, very comfortable. So if you don't want to attract low vibrational women, step it up. Step it up. Step it up. The father is supposed to pick a man for his daughter. Women don't know how to choose. No, I know how to choose. My daddy raised me. So my daddy don't have to choose my partner. He has groomed me in order to be able to choose the right partner. This is why I'm single. And this is another reason why I don't bring anyone around I don't just be bringing random men around my family. I think that's crazy. Right. Right. We'll end up with a Derrick Jackson. Okay. We sure will. All these so-called good men. Listen, my mom got let me tell you something. The one man that I decided to bring last year, the one man that I decided to take seriously, right? He was the good guy. Okay. He was the good guy. He had the good boy image, right? And he portrayed that to my family. He portrayed that to my mother, and it was all a lie. So everyone feel like they got the answer, and they don't. And I tell y'all this all the time. No one has the answer. No one. You have the answers within yourself when it comes to your life. The internet don't. You got to take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Take what resonates and leaves the rest. No one has the answer. Not Kevin. Well, Kitten Samuels, we got to start calling him Kitten because he kidding to me now. He be in women's business too much. He's kidding to me now. If it was any other black man, I wouldn't take jabs at his sexuality, but he's kidding to me. But it's just, no. Like, no one has the answers. Not Kitten Samuels. No one. Not even me. I give commentary based off of my experiences. It may resonate with you in your life, and it may not. It just depends on the situation. It may work for you in your life. It may not. So it just depends. So on that note, I was on here for an hour. I'm probably going to go, what time is it? I'm probably going to get on my Instagram live and talk to y'all because I like to talk to y'all. Piercy, get the bag and the briefcase. What he got to say? Women that were raised by their fathers, from my experience, they don't think exactly like the average woman. They have that edge. Well, thank you. I like that. Okay. I get trolled on the internet every day. And the reason why I do not take it personally is because my daddy raised me. Like, what? We don't allow, I tell y'all this all the time. When you allow a man into your emotions, he has control over your life. This is why you don't allow men into your emotions. Now, when my dad taught me that, I took it to the extreme. I literally built up this bulletproof type of wall. But then I started to learn I'm not leaving myself open to, potential suitors or prospects or men dating, whatever. So now I have created a fence, and the way I describe the fence is you can talk to me. I'm open. I'm available, right? But I am guarding my emotions until I feel like you are worthy of them. So, and my dad taught me that. I took it to the extreme. Therapy brought me back with some balance because I took it all the way to, I was guarded, like closed off. No one could talk to me. Like, you can't get to me. But with therapy, I've learned that just create a fence. And the fence, my therapist taught me that it's just boundaries. That's it. Okay? It's boundaries. So you can stay guarded, keep your emotions guarded until men show you that they are worthy of your emotions. Because once they get into your emotions, they have a hold on you. It is what it is. If you have a father, take advantage. If you don't talk to other men around you who you trust. Luckily for me, I'm very, very blessed. 99% of my commentary comes from men, whether men believe that or not. I go to the source. When I want to know something about a man, I go to my older brother, my younger brother, my father, my uncle, my cousins. I got so many men in my life. I have someone I can go to. So when it comes to my commentary, a lot of my commentary comes from men, especially when I'm speaking on men. I don't get it from women. Why would I go to women for advice on men? It doesn't even make sense. I go to men, and men who have my best interest at heart, men who think about my well-being, my safety. I go to them. So when people are like, oh, you need to go to Kevin Samuels, why do I need to go to him for it? He don't care about my well-being, my protection. He don't care about none of that. So why would I go talk to him? I'm going to go talk to my father. Tiffany W., thank you for the $5. She said, I wonder who was the guy you took seriously last year. Maybe be my estranged husband. Girl, it may be, girl, because he was married once before. That's how old he was. So that's a mess. Honestly, I don't even care about how I was played and toyed with. It's the fact that my mama was. That's what I'm really mad about. I'm like, you would do that to my mama? You got her hopes all up? Why would you do that to her? I'm more mad about what he did to her more than what he did to me. I can handle it. But my mama, though, that's what I'm really mad about. I won't forget that. I won't forget that. So that's why I made that video about the nice guys are liars and the F-boys are assholes. And hopefully you guys understand that. If this man says all the right things, if he's constantly love bombing you, telling you everything that you want to hear, if he is like the perfect guy and it's a lie. It's a lie. And I tell you guys this all the time. A man gonna be a little difficult. You know, he's gonna respect you. He's going to be a man of integrity. But a real man is being real with you. He gonna be a little difficult. Just like a real woman with integrity, she's going to be a little difficult, but it's within good reasons. Like, it's not, they're just being difficult just to be difficult, just to be mean, you know, but they're going to be a little difficult. So there needs to be balance with that. There's no such thing as a fairy tale Disney princess movie. It's fake, y'all. A man gonna be a little difficult, but it has to be within good reasons, okay? And it has to be with a man that has integrity. And integrity covers everything. We talk about this all the time. A man with integrity is going to do right by you when you're not around, when you're not looking. He's going to do right by you when he makes his mistakes, because men are not perfect. So when he makes his mistakes, he's going to do right by you, meaning he going to own up to it. He going to be a man about it. He not going to be a little boy and lie about it and run from it, okay? And then another thing, when it comes to integrity, he is going to display that. Hold on, did I click on that? Because I forgot. What was he saying? So that covers everything. So if you want to know what a valuable man is, it's a man with integrity. It's not just a man with money. And that's what this generation likes to focus on. It's not a man with money. It's a man with integrity. Piercy, the guy you finally took serious, what was it that made you say, "Oh hell no"? Y'all all up in the business. Listen, I'm honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm very grateful for the experience. The experience made me go to therapy. The experience made me heal my childhood trauma. The experience made me work on my daddy issues with my father. It has made my relationship with my father so much better. It has made me understand his position in my life. Even certain things within my childhood, I was able to like understand why he was the way that he was. So honestly, what was the thing that made me say hell no? He just wasn't a man of integrity. That's it. He just was not a man of integrity. But I'm glad I met him though, if that makes sense. Even though he did me dirty, y'all. He did me dirty. At the end of the day, I'm glad it happened. Mm-hmm. I'm happy it happened. I am. Like, it opened some wounds that I didn't even know were there, because when you go through certain things within your childhood, sometimes how you deal with them, you kind of internalize them. Sometimes you don't even deal with them. You just internalize them, you bury them, and then you just go about your life. You just move on. But when I met him, for whatever reason, he brought those issues back up, and it made me go get help first, but it also made me work on myself. It made me get serious about making certain changes in my life in order for me to truly benefit and level up on a spiritual level. He helped me spiritually. The experience helped me emotionally. He made me more feminine, if I'm being completely honest, because he made me nurture myself for the first time instead of suppress my emotions to the point where I wasn't dealing with it. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't going through. In the past, with heartbreak that I've dealt with, I was very masculine. Like, I would act like, oh, it don't bother me. F that, blah, blah, blah. Like, da-da, F him, da-da-da. But my approach with this heartbreak was way different. Like, I was nurturing myself, and I was healing myself, and I was healing my childhood trauma. So it ain't no loss. It was nothing but a gain, even though I got my heart broken, but it was worth it. I'll do it again, for real. I would do it again, but maybe that's because I'm an Aries. Shout out to the fire signs. But I don't know, if I went through everything that I went through last year with this man, y'all be like, why is she not bitter? I just learned too much. Like, it was a great experience, if I'm being completely honest. He was a narcissist too. That's what my therapist told me. That was the first time I ever heard the word narcissist, was when I was in my therapy session. She was like, it sounds like you were dealing with a narc. I'm like, oh, makes a lot of sense. I mean, imagine, this is what happened. I will say this. Imagine you at home working on your business, being a woman of purpose, and you get a video. So I pull up, I'm like, what is it? Somebody randomly sends me this video. I'm like, okay, let me look at this video. Oh, so this is what we doing? Okay. So it just, I don't know. Like, it was the most randomest thing. Like, I literally woke up, it was a random Tuesday, and on that random Tuesday, I saw the truth. A high value man is a man who is responsible, mature, and takes care of his family. Thank you. Yes, I like that. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh no, honey, I'm not evil. Y'all do know we all make up 12. We all make up of 12 zodiac signs. Y'all do know that, right? Because I'm an Aries, but I'm also a Gemini, and I'm also a Sag. I'm also a Capricorn too. Yeah. Shout out to the Capricorns. The block queens. That's what I call y'all. Y'all the block queens. But yeah, I got a video, and that's when I was done. But no. I wasn't done after the video. I went to his house. I popped up at his house first. Then I was done after that. But I didn't do anything stupid because I wasn't trying to ruin my future. So I walked away. But I saw, or I didn't see anything, but I heard what I needed to hear. And I was out. I walked. I just walked away from the situation and moved on with my life. And I leveled up and I moved, and it is what it is. Life has been great ever since. And life just keeps getting better. Thank you, Divine Princess. Shout out to the Sagittariuses. Y'all like my best friends. Like, I love Sagittarius. Fire signs, period. Earth signs, too. And air signs. I love y'all. Wait. But I'm about to get off of here. I done told enough of my business, but y'all know I'll tell my business just enough to where you guys can learn and grow from it yourself. So I'll do that. Oh, let me talk about plastic surgery for a sec, because y'all gotta relax. Okay. Now y'all know I'm not out here trying to sign up for nothing extreme. Okay. I went extreme for my consultation because I just wanted to know what doctors would tell me. But I wasn't planning on having nobody cut on me, like, and only my boobs. But to get rid of stubborn fat, like, I wasn't trying to get lipo, wasn't trying to get any of that. I just wanted to see if I'm tripping. I wanted to see what doctors would advise. I wanted to get their opinion. But it just seems like the only plastic surgery that I'm really going to get is just my breast. I don't want, I'm not getting a BBL. I don't need a BBL. If I got a BBL, oh my gosh, I would look like a freaking clown. Like I belong at a circuit. I'm not getting a BBL. I don't need a tummy tuck. I just wanted to get like a very, it wasn't even invasive. Like it was air sculpting. I was looking at air sculpting and I was looking at cool sculpting, and I was trying to target stubborn fat areas that I have that I wanted to get rid of, but that was it. Ain't nobody getting no BBL over here. I'm trying to reduce my butt. Like, if I'm being completely honest, I'm trying to get me a high value man. I'm not trying to get a dusty. So that's why I'm still out here dieting, because I'm trying to, slim down some more a little bit if I can. But no, it was now, okay, so I had another consultation today, and I went and had a consultation for cool sculpting, which is where they freeze the fat so you can burn the fat easier. So that's what I'm getting done. But my boobs, I am getting a boob job, but my boob job is not the typical boob job. The boob job that I'm getting is no implants. I want the same size, because my size is amazing. Okay, I got some nice boobs. They just sag because I lost 150 pounds. So I want to get my boobs lifted. I want the same size. I don't want heavy boobs. My mom has off the chart boobs and she be struggling. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I want the same size boobs. I don't want no implants because they're causing illnesses out here in these streets. And I'm getting a procedure where the doctor is going to lift my breast, but they're also going to take leftover tissue that I have underneath my breast, and they're going to create a bra wire. It's similar to a bra wire, and it's going to give me that lift, and it's supposed to last longer than the typical regular breast lift. Y'all can't keep giving these men time. Did I cry after I found out everything? No, I didn't. I did not cry. And I don't know. And my therapist was like, you need to release it. And I'm like, I'm trying, doc, but I can't, like, I don't know. I just didn't know how to get emotional about it. Like, I'm the type of person where when I see the truth for what it is, I just feel like there's no point in getting emotional about it. Like, I'm all about moving forward. I'm like, okay, I see the truth for what it is. How can we move forward? I'm all about moving forward. I can't stop now. I got to keep going. That's my mentality. And my therapist was the one that was like, no, you need to slow down and you need to deal with this. And so I was dealing with it emotionally. It's just I just never cried. I just never cried. And it wasn't because I was trying to be tough or anything. It was just I was at a point where I kind of already knew. So when I saw it in real form or whatever, when I saw the truth, it was kind of like, okay, I'm not tripping. Like, it is what it is. Let me move on, da da da. But my therapist had to tell me, she was like, this is a heartbreak that you're dealing with. I'm like, it is? So yeah, it was an experience because I'm just like, I know I've probably gone through heartbreaks previously, but I've never just acknowledged it. I've always been like, ooh, we just gonna move on, like F this, da 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 da, like I'm just move on. It is what it is. That's the type of person that I am. But she was the one that identified what I was going through, because a lot of times we as Black people, we just deal with things and we move on. We pick up and we move on. That's what we do. But she made me slow down and actually acknowledge what happened. And I just never did that before. So it was an experience, but it made me heal faster. That's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because sometimes we heal slow because we are prolonging the healing process by not dealing with it. So, or it comes up months later. But I'm in a great place. I recently just put myself back out here on the dating scene, and I have some triggering moments. Not gonna lie, I have some PTSD, but it hasn't been bad. Like, actually, it's been really fun. Actually, like, it's been fun. It's been fun getting back out here and socializing, because kind of been isolating myself just to work on myself. But now that I'm like back out here and stuff like that, I got the nails is back. I'm out here in the streets. That's what I'm out here. I'm out here in the streets. And it was crazy because when my therapist released me, she said, okay, I think it's time to put yourself back out there on the dating scene. And I'm like, are you sure, doc? You sure I'm ready? She's like, yeah, I think you're ready. I'm like, okay. And as soon as she released me, I met a man at a grocery store and he bought my groceries. He was really, really nice. He was a Nigerian man. He was really, really nice. Even though I flaked on his dates, by the way. I flaked on his date just because I'm like, he was just moving too fast. I'm like, listen, I just met you. This is me. You are the first man that I'm dealing with. Again, I'm trying to get my feet wet and you doing a lot. So I kind of flaked on that date, but then I went on a date with somebody else that I had met. So it was just like, whatever. But yeah, it's been a journey. Do you even know what high value is? Of course, I told y'all. It's a man with integrity. It covers everything. Yeah, he was Nigerian. These Nigerian men, they be trying to wife you like the second day. I'm like, listen, this man trying to take me on a getaway trip. I'm like, I just met you. First, okay, it was stages. Okay, I'm texting this man. It was stages. First, he was like, what did he say? He said, oh, I want to spend the whole day with you. I'm like, the whole day? I could do a few hours, an hour or two, but the whole day? I just met you. How do I even know I want to be with you the whole day? So I'm like, you doing a lot. He was scaring me. I'm like, this is my first experience. And he was like scaring me because I'm like, whoa, slow down. Like, oh my God, a whole day? Then it went from a whole day to, well, we can go to the hookah lounge, because here in Houston, hookah lounges are huge. Like they're like a big deal. They have some really nice hookah lounges. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then it went from that to, oh, like next weekend, let's take a getaway trip to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, are you trying to murder me or something? Like, trying to kill me? Like, what is tea? Like, what's going on? Like, I just met you. But then, so that was that experience. And I ended up flaking on him because I'm like, you doing too much. You moving too fast. And I ended up meeting somebody else that was a little just chill, calm, slow, just like, let's get to know each other type thing. Just very slow. And I'm like, okay, I can do that. But he was doing too much. He was doing too much. The culture is definitely different. Listen, let me tell you, if I would have went along with everything that this man was saying, everything that he had planned for us, and he made good money. That's all I'm gonna say. He makes really, really good money. But still, it was too much. Mm-mm. How did you lose the weight? You look amazing. Thank you, Shayla. So I had weight loss surgery back in 2014. When did it stop working? I lost about 100 pounds with weight loss surgery, but then it stopped working. So I had gotten down to like 250 and I had plateaued. I had basically stopped losing. I actually started gaining weight back. Then after the weight loss surgery that had stopped working, I started doing keto. And that's when I really started to get really, really serious about diet, exercise, being consistent, eating right, eating healthy, and things like that. And then that's when I was able to lose an additional 55 pounds. So that has been my weight loss journey. So yeah, I was 358. Yeah, I was 358. I was up there. If you know my story, then you know. Let me go ahead and say it just in case there are any women on here thinking about it, hun. I took a steroid injection and it was the, what is it called? Cortisone shot. Then I took prednisone. What else did they have me on? I feel like I'm missing a drug. This is why I don't trust doctors and stuff because they tell you things, but your body reacts differently compared to everybody else. But I ended up gaining a lot of weight and it was fast. Like, I feel like the reason why I don't have saggy skin is because I got my biggest I was only 358 for like a year or two. It wasn't that long, but it was just a lot. I had gained a lot of weight rapidly because of the prednisone and the cortisone shot that they gave me. So I don't know if there are any women on here that are battling with lupus, if you're battling with, oh my gosh, what is it called? Severe eczema, if you're battling with, back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, any type of pain, and they try to prescribe you prednisone or cortisone shot, sis, just letting you know, try to get a second opinion. Because it blew me up. I was the type of girl that I never had to worry about my weight. I was an athlete. So I was always active. I played basketball, ran track, even did softball for a little while. I was always active. But once they put that drug in my system, I blew up. I think within the first 3 months of me taking that shot, I had gained 60 pounds and I was an athlete and I was working out in the gym because basketball practice was 3.5 hours long. Then I had conditioning. I had gained 60 pounds while doing that. So it was a horrible experience. And I was on a monitored diet. It was crazy. So that was my experience. So that drug, and that's what I'm telling you this because it's like, sis, it don't matter. It don't matter what you doing. The shot is going to be working against you. The shot is going to be working against you. That's why I ended up getting weight loss surgery was because I was exercising, I was dieting, but I was still gaining weight. I'm like, how am I gaining weight? I was young. I was 17 years old, and I did not know because the doctors really did not. They really didn't educate me on what I was doing, what I was taking, the drugs I was taking. I didn't even know it was the drugs. I'm taking the drugs. I'm still gaining the weight. I'm like, why am I gaining weight? And I'm still popping the pills. So, because prednisone, it's a drug that you take and it just makes you blow up. That's why when people look at my before pictures, they be like, you're a totally different person. It's because I had moon face, which is a side effect. But they never educated me on the side effects. This is why I'm hesitant about the jab. I'm going to wait till last call because I don't trust doctors. I don't go off of what doctors tell me just because I've had horrible experiences with doctors. I've been misdiagnosed so many times. This is what they did. They gave me the shot. I took the shot. They gave me the prednisone. I was on prednisone for like a year, gaining weight, getting bigger and bigger. And then I was telling them my period stopped coming. I'm like, I don't have a period no more. Still taking the prednisone, and still like every 6 months I was getting this cortisone shot. So because of these things, I stopped getting a period, like completely. I also started getting facial hair. That's why I go and I get I got laser hair removal done back in like when I started getting that done? 2012. And then I'm still getting treated for hormonal spots that I get underneath my chin and my jawline. I get that done now. I kind of have to go every like month and a half now. It used to be every week I would have to go. Now because I've been doing hair removal on my face since 2012, my hair growth has really slowed down. But I had to reverse all the side effects. It was horrible. So I went extreme. I got weight loss surgery. I got laser hair removal. I got electrolysis. I got all of these things to reverse all of those side effects. And it was a horrible experience. Also, when I stopped taking the prednisone and I stopped getting the cortisone shots, my periods came back. So PCOS, I never had it. I don't have PCOS. So now I take my health very, very seriously. Like, I don't play about my health. I work out, I eat right. I don't play about it. I don't just put drugs in my body and I don't know the side effects. I don't know what's to come. Like, I'm not doing that. That's why I'm not taking no jab. Not doing it. People look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, listen here, my life was hell. And I'm never going through that ever again. I refuse. I will take my chances. So that's my story. I ended up dropping out of, like, y'all, that whole experience was hell because I had my sexual assault. I was going through health issues. I dropped out of college. Like, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot. So, yeah, I don't like your health. I tell this to people all the time. Your health is it's your responsibility. You live in your body every day. You walk in your body. You breathe in your body every day. These doctors can come and tell you the sky is blue. Don't mean it's true. They could tell you the sky is blue. Don't mean it's true. They not God. That's the best advice that I can give you. And then that's another thing, Black people, please understand. Please get second and third opinions when it comes to diagnosis. Don't just go off of one doctor, because that's what I did. I went off one doctor. The first one with the knee injury that I had, the second one with the PCOS diagnosis, and then they had me on metformin. They put me through so much, all to make a sale for some drugs. So I don't, and I had good insurance at the time, so they were taking advantage of that. That's another thing. Some of these doctors' offices, not all, but some of these doctors' offices, if they see that you have really, really good insurance, they're trying to get you for everything that you got because they know they're going to get paid. So that was my experience. And I had to deal with all of this at 17. And then at 18, I became legally an adult. So my parents were not aware of my medical treatments. They were not aware. So I'm going through all of this by myself basically. And yeah, that was my experience. So that whole experience was a lot, but you know what? I made it out. Cheers to that. Cheers to literally going through hell and somehow coming back on top. So just wanted to share that my story. Hopefully it helps whoever it needs to help. But you know, I'm not saying that doctors are not telling you good advice or anything like that. I'm just saying get a second opinion, get a third opinion, because there just may be a better option out there for you. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Yes, that experience was. I'm terrified of having kids now, because I'm just like, I don't trust doctors. They did a number on me. That's all I can say. Like I was some type of experiment or something. They did a number on me. Yeah. Somebody said it sounds just as bad as a pregnancy. Thank you. I'm absolutely terrified to go into labor and experience. I'm absolutely terrified, because I'm like, if I had a horrible experience throughout my childhood with the healthcare system, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine what type of experience I'm gonna have with childbearing and childbirth. Yeah. Try a midwife. Hopefully my best friend will be my midwife. That's what I'm waiting on. She can be all up in my vagina. I don't care. She's in school right now trying to become a midwife. So hopefully she'll be my midwife. Oh my goodness. I'm giving her time too. But I'm going to end this live. You guys have a fabulous day. I'm going to be talking about Mr. Blueface. Oh my God, I can't stand this. I have been holding off on talking about this man for so long. But after the recent videos and just stories that keep coming out about this man, I'm actually going to do a video on him. So that will be my next video. And or I may do another reaction live. But just know that Blueface is coming. So wait for it. I need to do some more research. But just know it's coming, because this has been building. It's been building. It has been building. From the time that his mom was kicked out of his house, his mom and his sister or whatever, it's just a mess. So yeah, just know that video is coming. She said, that's what doctors do to Black women. In their eyes, our lives hold no value. Yeah, and I learned that at a very young age. So I need Black women to understand that. Your health is your priority. You live and you breathe and you walk in your body every day. So get a second opinion, get a third opinion, do some research. It's your responsibility. Do not put all the responsibility on your doctors, and don't expect for them to get it right the first time. Okay? You may have to do your own research. That is just the reality. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see you. What said I? I may see you guys Friday. Yeah, Friday or Saturday, one of those days. But I mean, it depends. It depends because I hate setting y'all. I hate like getting y'all excited and then I don't come through. So, because I've been on some spontaneous activities lately offline. So, I want to say Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday, y'all should see me with a Blueface video. Okay? You guys have a lovely night, and I will see you soon. Very, very soon.